Shalom, shalom, Israel. Shalom, shalom. Well, we can get into this thing. Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I'm gonna give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahushai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone, who will rule the world through the Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word to the best of their ability. Lord willing, the Most High can continue to put in their spirit to endure. Mighty shalom to the hopeful elect that are scattered four corners of the earth, teaching His word and believing His word. Lord willing, the Most High can continue to put in their spirit to endure. You know, it's important times right now. And shalom to the wise and the single sisters as believers of His word. Lord willing, the Most High can continue to put in a spirit to pursue to be a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. Lord willing is edifying. We always go into Edom, but in the time that we are now, America is getting exposed for what it truly is. In the nation of Edom, men and women of our nation is starting to realize who is the damn devil that the Bible speak of. Who is the so-called white man, because in history, he does the same thing over and over again, and it's a beautiful thing to see, their kingdom move the way that it's moving, because Lucifer is about to fall, because Esau tried to make himself just like the Most High, and he shall fall, and I'm going to start the verse off actually with that, because we're going to go into Isaiah the 14th chapter, but let's go to 2nd Thessalonians. This is 2nd Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." Even from us falling away from the Lord, through the actions of Esau, through the spirit, we know who Esau is, but the son of perdition been revealed since Jake came all the way to the western hemisphere, through everything that Esau put his hands on, he been exposing his own self, let alone the men of the Lord. The Lord been putting that Rakak Kodash, that Holy Spirit upon him, and they've been prophesying, right? And things just been adding up, and we're the more that we read, we're gonna understand that, right? Let me just see. Right? Look, this is 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. "Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in a later time some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils." Right? Yes, Jake is out here teaching Shabbat Abba Ding Dong a Yu-Gi-Oh doctrine, but because Esau got into power, Esau wanted to become converts. Look at Antiochus. The Lord put a sickness on him, and he started confessing, "Look, I won't do this again. I'm sorry if I ever caused you. I hope your family doing well. I'm going to become a Jew myself." When you see that in history, it was a lot of people trying to become convert Jews, but they're not really Jews, right? But let's keep reading. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. So the son of perdition is going to be revealed. That son of perdition is condemnation or destruction, and Esau is the son of destruction, right? So verse 4, it says, "Who opposeth and exalt himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worship, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showeth himself that he is God, right? What man can fit that? You know, what man can fit that? And we go back to Isaiah 14, verse 13. But before we do that, let's go. Let's go to this history in the Maccabees. Let's go to First Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 48. How can he make himself like God, or make himself the image of God, or have himself in the temple of God? This is First Maccabees chapter 3 verse 48, and this goes into when the heathen start to defile the temple and the land, right? So I'll start at 40. I'll start at 44. Just to give you a little extra. It says, "This was the congregation gathered together, that they might be ready for battle, and that they might pray and ask mercy and compassion. Now Jerusalem lay void as a wilderness. There was none of her children that went in or out. The sanctuary also was trodden down, and aliens kept the stronghold." Basically, foreigners, right? It says the heathen had their habitation in that place, and joy was taken from Jacob, and the pipe with the harp ceased. Wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together and came to Masphah over against Jerusalem. For in Masphah was the place where they prayed aforetime in Israel. Then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth, cast ashes upon their heads, and rent their clothes. This is the point, verse 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. So Jake is opening up the law to read the law in this time, but they're just showing you that the nations went into the law too. So it says, reading again, and laid open the book of the law. These Israelites, they laid open the book of the law because they were just fasting. They're fasting, they're putting sackcloth on, they're praying to the Lord. So they open up the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. You know, and when you show in history the change of the images of the judges, the prophets, the apostles, right? Even Yahushua, he's considered a prophet. He's that king. His image was changed, right? And let's see, we just going into old little classics that we bring out, you know, because this automatically, especially if the spirit dealing with you, you don't need somebody to break down the craziest things just for you to believe. Now understand this, right? It should to the righteous, or to the ones that the Most High dealing with, this is going to be simple. This is going to be plain upon tables to them. This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right? So we have to go into history um, in a time when we were in captivity, right? Especially in captivity, where our documents was taken by the heathen. You know, you even have moments when the heathen burnt our law. You know, the laws of Moses. You know, the books of the prophets. You know, you can go to Second Ezra, the 14th chapter, and you can see, um, you know, some of our scriptures was burnt. You know, and this is why, you know, the men of the Lord defend the gospel. Back then, we had to really hold the scrolls. Like if you was to watch how brothers keep the Passover, you know how secure they keep the Torah, and you got to think with the other scriptures, because this is the way of life. This builds a man. This would draw a man to come back to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? So now let me go to Isaiah, the 14th chapter. So this is Isaiah chapter 14, and we just going straight to the point. Verse 12, and it says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cast down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?" Now Lucifer, of course, it means morning star. It's a Latin word, right? And in ancient time, we of course we're talking about Nebuchadnezzar, the Babylonians. Nebuchadnezzar was making himself on high. It was really the most high, right? And Esau is doing the same thing in this time because we're in mystery Babylon. What is the mystery? The mystery is that this is a biblical captivity, which was prophesied before we got here. The mystery is who's ruling it, you know. At first, I was going to title it Mystery Edom, Mystery Babylon. You know, the mystery is the nation of old is ruling this place, right? So before I go back to the Isaiah, it was a verse I wanted to get as a precept just to show you the nations are not done away with. This is Ecclesiastes, I think it's chapter 4. Yes, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 16. There is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this also is vanity and vexation of the spirit, right? So there's no end of all the people that were before the time we in right now. It's this movie that I was watching some last night. They had a preview of a movie, and it was called it was 2024 AD, and that was just funny because, about time I see something that has AD in it, because we're in Bible times, and that's another mystery with Babylon, that they try to hide. Um, they try to hide the knowledge or the truth of the history of the Israelites, or the history of all nations, because if the history of all the nations was spoken about, and we truly knew who we was, things would change spiritually and mentally, let alone financially, right? But through the power of Yahweh Shem Shai, things is unraveling right now. You know, Jacob's new beginning, new kingdom is almost at the horizon. You know, so we just got to be patient and still occupied, still flood the social medias, flood your temple. Because if the Lord don't dwell in temples made with hands, but He dwell in your temple that was made by himself. Yahweh, appointed Yahweh Shai to make us. This is the temple that the Lord really dwells in, but only if you're righteous. So we need to go back to knowing who we are, knowing our adversaries, knowing the mindset of these wicked rulers, right? So there's no end of all the nations, right? So now, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? That heaven is going into that rulership. Right now, Esau, Edom, is still in rulership, So this is a prophecy. We're getting into prophecy. You see him on high, he's on high, you know? That's why when you look at, I believe it's Second Corinthians, the 4th chapter, like in the spirit, this is definitely true, you know. But when you look at it, Salaki, Salaki. This is Second Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4. It says, "Whom the God of this world hath blinded the mind of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them." Now, who is the God of this world? Now, we could say in the spirit, the hierarchy, we could say Satan, his counterparts of the flesh and under the sun in this world would be the nation of Idumea. Just like the righteous vessel on this side would be the descendants of Jacob, the 12 tribes, the 12 tribes of Israel. Let alone we have devils and demons in our nation too, you know, counterparts through the spirit of Esau, you know, because if you had that spirit of murder in your heart, you are the same. Satan is your father, the devil. Your father is the devil, and he was a murderer in the beginning, because some of Jake had that Esau spirit in him, you know. So just showing who rules this place, who's really blinding you, with social media, the TV, money getting six figures, you know, and all the rich people, yeah, they getting money, but don't let it fool you. They're most likely gonna take the charagma because they live, they base their life off of money. You know, the MOTB is coming very soon. You know, and that is gonna expose Esau even more. You know, that's gonna expose Esau even more. Technology, the push of technology or the push of AI, that's not Jake's thing. That's Edom's thing because he has to fulfill his lot. He has to fulfill his purpose by pushing forth the MOTB. You know, he's supposed to be the other side. He's supposed to be that whooping. That's why Lucifer, every day he's still living in power, he's going to say that he's above, right? But what the Lord say? uh, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? You know, because he's going to be cut down and he's going to fall. You know, we understand that. What it say in Psalms? You know, mystery Babylon is going to fall on a mystery Babylon is going to fall on their ass, right? So let's get a precept. Isaiah 34 verse 4. Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 34 verse 4. It says, let me start at I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, you people. Let the earth hear and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stick shall come out of their carcass, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, as a falling tree, a falling fig from a fig tree." Right? This place is going to be broken down. What did it say? It says, the host of heaven shall be dissolved. Right? And you can go into 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10. You know, let's get that. You know, his kingdom is about to fall. The son of perdition, his kingdom is about to fall. That's why Gabar, and it's just crazy. He just did a video. I didn't really get to tap in because I had my mind on my own. You know, trying to get my feet wet. But how he said he made a video. You still want to trust in America. You want to still trust in Esau. You still want to trust in your adversary. You still want to trust in your enemies. You know, cleaving onto this place is trusting in your enemies, right? 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10, it says, "But the day of Yahweh will come as a thief in the night." Right? If he's coming like a thief in the night, right now we should be thanking the Lord that he's giving us a chance. Let alone with the scriptures, the Lord is giving you the hint. I'm going to come like a thief in the night. I'm going to catch you unaware. But for the sincere men and women, they're going to take heed to this and be like, man, I got to move. Right? We got to be, you got to be on attention, you know? Have your eyes focused. Like when you're taking a road test, or when you reversing, you looking at all mirrors to make sure you ain't hitting nothing behind you, right? You should be having your eyes focused, man. Have your eyes focused on your surroundings, you know. Reading it again, it says, "But the day of Yahweh will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up." Right? Especially with this eclipse coming, right? Solar eclipse, and so on coming. We want to be circumspect. You want to be cautious. See what your enemies have planned. Shalom, shalom, hope, grace, mercy 144. I see you. Shalom, shalom. Right? You want to be prepared because if whatever the heck is about to happen during this solar eclipse, you should have your eyes open, you know? Have your eyes open on the prize. When this place fall, uh, uh, you should, where are you gonna be, right? So let's get another one. Let's get Luke chapter 10, verse 18. Luke chapter 10. This is Luke chapter 10. Wait, hold on, let me make sure. This is Luke chapter 10, verse 18. I'll start at 17. It says, and the 17 returned again with joy, saying, Lord, even the devils are subject unto us through thy name. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning falling from heaven. Right? So you gotta even look how much more power do the men of the Lord have, you know, when they saying the name of the Lord, you know? That's why, man, yo, that's another thing, man. Especially in this place, when things is going the way that they going, you want to call on, and especially right now, we want to be calling on the right name right now, right? Calling on the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. How your day start, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Even when bad come, you want to call on the name of the Lord because our flesh so weak, you know, will fall away. But what did the Lord just say about the devil? What did the Lord just say about the devil? Let's go back to Luke chapter 10, verse 18 again. He said, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Right? How lightning sparks down, that's how Lucifer is gonna fall. Let alone, let's even think. When a thunderbolt come, doesn't it have a kabowie noise? Right? And, and when the Lord comes, it's gonna be a great noise, you know? It's gonna be a great noise. Because everybody here is not hearing the trumpet of the men of the Lord, prophesying the downfall, you know, coming back to the customs of the Lord, right? Nobody hear our trumpet, you know. This is why a lot of people that's going to try to think that they going to get it at the last minute, they're doomed, you know. The righteous, they're going to run to the Lord as soon as they see the chance, right? The brother put Matthew 6:22. It says, the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. You know? Man, you know? Yo, and another thing goes into I like how you use that. That just made me think of you know, when we come in this truth, we're getting that new wine in a new bottle, you know, because you want to be new in this thing. And since that we're new, we supposed to be preparing ourselves, man. Just like what the brother just brought out. We should be moving in the light, man. Talking about prophecies, you in the light. Being aware, you're in the light. Getting your family ready, you're in the light. It's just not saying that we better, but you're trying to be better than yourself. You're trying to have your family better than who they was. Trying to take accountability, knowing we can't get out of here without Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know? We need his guidance. We need his assurance. His assurance is already showing us that this place is freaking falling. You know? And I don't want to be, you don't want to be in a mix up of this place. Get de-attached to whatever you got. This car, this is gonna have to go. Because when they push that MOTB, man, I know in the spirit I ain't taking shit. But in the flesh, we know that we weak. A lot of us depend on all of this. You know? So we got to get back in the notion of depending on the Lord, because anybody that walks away from the Lord is going to fall just like Lucifer. The Lord is going to deal with all nations for what we just read, right? Let's go to Revelations 12. Revelations 12. Let's see what Revelations 12. Revelations chapter 12, verse 7 and 9. That's what it says. It says, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against his angels. Right? So Now, some of y'all might think that this is in the heaven of the Most High. No, we're completely wrong because Christianity fucked us up. You know, that's on earth. You know, and that goes with Daniel the 12th chapter, where Michael would stand up for the children of Israel. You know, and that dragon, when you go to Revelations 12, going up to verse 3, let's read. It says, let me start at verse 2. It says, and she, being with child, cried, travail in birth and pain to be delivered, going into Yahushai. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, which goes back to Esau. Right? The dragon is symbolic to a serpent, like Adam and Eve, through the spirit. That serpent was a man, and that serpent followed through Cain and all the way went through the physical vessel of Esau, right? And red is still symbolic to Esau, of what you read in Genesis the 25th chapter, having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his heads. Now that goes into Revelation 7 with the whore, you know, and the dragon. The 7 horns is the 7 Edomite kingdoms. You know, Germany Major, Germany Minor, British, Rome, Greek, the Spanish, and Britain. You know, if I mixed up the names, you know, it's the seven kingdoms, the 7 dominions, right? And then you have the 10 horns, which goes into EU and NATO. You know, like Denmark, you know, Vendels, you know, France, you know, and it just keeps on going. I have it in my notebook, you know, if anybody needs, you know, the horns and the 10 heads and the 10 horns, right? So verse 4 is the point, just to show you that this is still Esau, right? It says, and his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, you know. What is the stars of heaven? You know, that's talking about the Israelites. What's the third part? Judah, Benjamin, and Levite. Rome was persecuting the southern kingdom. You know, and it's many precepts that we can go to. Matthew 2:16, right? It says, and did is cast them to the earth, and the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. Because you remember Herod wanted to kill the Messiah, but he told those wise men, "Hey, I want to see Hamashiach so that I can bow down and worship him too." But he was just lying, you know, just lying. So that right there shows you, when we go back down to 7, that this is just dealing with the Edomite nation. Because verse 1 down is dealing with Rome, right? So now verse 7 again, it says, there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought his angels, right? Because when you go back to Daniel, it's 4 kingdoms. The fourth kingdom is going to be more diverse than all of them, and it got destroyed. It fell down, like the Lord said that he would, that they would build and he would tear down. And Esau that he would come back and rebuild the desolate places. And then that became the Renaissance after the Dark Ages, when we were ruling Europe and Ireland. It wasn't just Israelites; it was all like the black community, the Ethiopians, the Egyptians, of course Israelites. We, and the Moors is Israelites. We started to rule in mass places, right? And Esau went in the damn cave. They tried to recuperate, and they came back during the Renaissance and rebuilt, and rebuilt through the mindset of Rome. And then when America got tried to get established, they came with the same mindset of Rome, church and state. And America just derived through the European growth of how they try to build a dynasty through France, Britain, like it kind of split. You know, Europe is just like how you have the east side, west side. It's kind of split because you have Russia over there in Europe too, with Germany, right? But you have America that sprang out of Britain, out of England. You know, the Bible is deep, but it is a mystery. Because if this was more plain and the Lord said white man, or if he just said Edom, it would be easy for all the 12 tribes to get it. But the Lord made it made it more secretive. You know, the simple things, yes, he gave it to the public, but the secret things, the deeper things, he gave it to the wise men, you know. And that spirit is going to be upon you to unlock these mysteries. But if the Lord don't put it on you to understand the mysteries, hey, that was the Lord doing that, right? So now we know Michelangelo is going to fight the dragon against the dragon, and the dragon fought his angels, right? And just saying, Esau has his angels too, which is his technology, which is his fighter jets. He has his own little human chariot too. He made a UFO too, something that can move swiftly, nowhere near compared to the Most High's vehicles, right? Um, I'll keep reading. I'll read verse 9. It says, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven, right? And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan. And devil just mean a liar, manipulator, and deceiver. And what other nation? That's why I said, Harai. Go find the Son of Man so I can come and worship him. And then why he gets so mad that they didn't come back? He really wanted to kill him because he heard that this was the king of the world. You get scared when you hear that somebody about to take your position. The devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world, he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. You know, they were cast out in the earth, just like how what happened in Malachi, when the Lord said that Esau, the Lord said that they would build and I would tear down. He cast them out in the wilderness. They were in the caves, but the Lord, he destroyed their homeland in Mount Seir. So they went to and fro, just like what we see in Job, trying to seek where they could devour. They were filthy. They were filthy mother suckers. Soon as the Lord destroyed their empire, they became filthy. Became madmen, became vagabonds, became Vikings through the spirit, right? And then when they rebuilt their establishment, they tried to come more crafty. Then you got the growth of the Templars, who started a bank system back in the medieval times. You know how the treasury, and then it grew, and those was all stemmed from the Jesuits. That all stems from Rome, Switzerland, Sweden. You know that all stems from they little secret society on how they were going to control the masses. And the number one thing, how rulers try to control people is by taxing them, making tribute. You know, and that's what the Europeans try to do, making that bank system. And I'm just trying to make sure I make it clear for you because, when sometimes you do a lesson, there's be some points that you miss, and you can go look this up too. Timlers, I can show you, Lord willing, if the picture's on his phone, I can show you. Because I'm all about you. You don't want to be right. You want the Lord to be true and every man a liar. We want to show proof. So this is the Edomites, and you got the Teamlers right there, Timlers, right? And when you look at them, they was the inventors of the bank, right here, the inventors of banking. You know, so you got to know when the son of perdition revealed, it's not just one thing revealed; it's the whole breakdown, right? So when you look at this is what's getting revealed day by day. Freemasons, they little secret society, but I'm just gonna say the elites, the Vatican, everything still plays a role in this world of today. Starting from the 200 AD to 325 AD, 632 AD with Islam. You know, and the Vatican had their hands in Islam. France, the Temlar was purged in France in 1307 AD. The Jesuits, you know, uh, kind of getting established in 1534, and then the suppression in 1773 of the Jesuits, going all the way to the United States in 1776. Freemason established in 1717. The Bavarian Illuminati, which goes into like 1776. You have to know the foundation of the Rothschild, because David Rothschild that just passed, he stems all the way from 1947, 1947 or 1946 he was born. So his father established his family in that the small hat community during let me show you because I got the picture during 1948 when they basically took over our land and tried to re-switch stuff. Like right here at the bottom, right here, you know, and they caused a great confusion, but it was really the Most High. You know, a lot of great kings think that they did it on their own, but they didn't. This is why the Lord put that program on Esau because he does certain things, and he think that he's doing it on his own will, but it's really the Lord. The elite, the elites. You can screenshot this if you want for yourself. The elites do tell us thought. Wait, hold on. The elites do tell us through their books and publication, movies, and news releases what they are doing. This is called revelations of the method. If you are too stupid to recognize it for what it is, that is your problem. From their point of view, it is a form of ritual mocking of the victim, you know? And going into the solar eclipse, going into what they did with COVID. COVID was already promoted in 2017. It just didn't come out until 2020, you know? Just finding out another thing. I've been told this, but I didn't pay attention to it. How the CIA has their hand into the filming industry. Anything that does with crime, violence, um, science fiction like Transformers, things with outer space. Damn near all movie films. The CIA, that the feds, they put their hands in it, and it's really they're promoting propaganda, and that's what Esau does. They did it in Rome. Nero, propaganda, saying the Israelites was destroying Rome. That's why Rome started persecuting us. Propaganda, right? So now we see that. That was just another. That right there just show another form that Esau is the so-called damn devil that the Bible speak of. You know. Back to Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Right? And he did weaken the nations. He haven't failed yet. The nations are mad. Right? Let me just get one more and then we'll go to the next verse. This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 7. Wait, is this the one I want? Is it 51? Yeah. This is Jeremiah chapter 51. And I'll start at 6. It says, flee out the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Right? So we need to flee out the midst of Babylon. Not like how Dothan is saying, hey, let's leave and go back home to Africa. No, you have to spiritually leave this place. Because anybody that try to save his life will lose his life. Anybody that loses his life for the Most High's sake is going to gain his life, receive his life. So it's better to stay your butts in America and receive your plate like you do at a restaurant. Receive whatever comes. If the Lord is going to scarcely save us, you're going to get beamed out of this trouble. Or if not, you know what I'm saying? You're going to die where you land, or you're going to die flying in the air. You know, you don't want to try to save yourself on your own. You know, well, I want to see the Lord coming right there and then. You know, want to do that now when we go somewhere and I don't even know that even place, and I'm saying, oh, I'm gonna be safe from this. Let alone you want to see that you of that number that gets saved out of here, because that's the biggest prophecy of the 1/3 getting saved out of here with the 144,000. Right, Lord willing, we are that number. Verse 7, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunk enough of wine, therefore the nations are mad. Yes, we could say in ancient time, Babylon did have the nations drunk, but the Persians and Medes had the nations drunk. The Greeks had the nations drunk. Rome had the nations drunk. But this is going into ancient Babylon right now. What does Babylon mean? You can go to the blue letter. Don't take my word for it. Go to the blue letter and go, because this phone is off, so I can't really show you what Babylon means. But you can go into the blue letter yourself and go just type in Babylon and go to a verse. Or go to Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. The first word is Babylon. Click that in the blue letter and see what it comes up. It's going to say confusion, you know. In Mystery Babylon, this is the confusion place because Israel is not considered a people here. We don't know who we are, you know, let alone a lot of us don't know which tribe we really come from. And of course, we can go to our fathers and know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us might not have our fathers, but we could tell through prophecies and certain events in the scriptures, oh, yeah, I got to be an Israelite, you know. What else? You know, it's hard to keep the Most High holy days, his Shabbat to 100%, knowing that we gotta work. You know, this is a hard obstacle, and all the nations is drunk. Even Israel was drunk. You know, because we want to be in a society. And Esau studied us so well, and he studied all captivities. That's why with this eclipse, how is it that eclipse is going to go is going to be seen through 7 or 8 cities that got the name Nineveh? That's biblical. The Lord put that spirit on Esau to name these cities that. This is brazy, you know. And Jake is in this place. All the 12 tribes is in America, and we're drunk too, you know. For the ones that's finally getting sober, detoxing themselves spiritually from the America's ideology, we was drunk. Brothers that saying, thus saith the name of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, brothers was saucy as hell, having a huge hangover. Brothers had to drink ginger ale, drink water, eat some bread. Brothers was laying on the bed like, oh man, I have a hangover. It's because they had a spiritual hangover because of we were cleaving to this place. And Esau studied us so well, he made slaves look free. You get you a car. Back then, you couldn't even get a horse. Especially when slavery started over here, you couldn't get you a freaking horse. You know? We see a limitation servants have ruled over us. Ecclesiastes chapter 10. You see servants on horses. We couldn't have a horse. Go watch the movie The Django. They was looking, this nigga on a horse. He a free nigga on a horse. Now it's different if you was one of those slave catchers under your master and you was on a horse. But we talking about a free nigga on a horse. Right now, it's hard for us to go buy a horse and ride it. Let alone look at this little horse I'm driving now. You got to have insurance on there. That all stems from slavery. All the bank accounts you got, I can pull out my wallet. Every card I come from, it profit from slavery. This is a fact. You can go search it yourself. I got a whole poster in my trunk right now. M&T Bank, Bank of America, Citizen Bank, so on and so on, JP Morgan, all of them profit from slavery. You got to know who your adversaries are, right? The nations is drunk. Now, Isaiah 14 and 13. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend unto heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. First, before I get into that congregation part, I want to go back to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4. Who opposing him exalt himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God and show himself that he is God. Who's putting cameras everywhere? Let alone he can see you through your phone. Then he want to do the MOTB by putting his own code in you. The Lord put his code in his creation, especially his elect. And Esau want to put his MOTB to decode you that you're his property. That's why the MOTB, when you go into the word mark, it goes into charagma, a badge that shows you follow the Antichrist. This is a new wave. We're in a new movement right now, you know. So he's sitting and trying to sit in the position of the Most High, whether he got a space station like the Lord. He really think, well, he got lasers pointing out of space called Lucifer at the Vatican, right? Going back where it says, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation. We are in America. What does he do? He's sitting on the mount of the congregation of the 12 tribes of Israel. This is why, if we want to make a living and we want to still say, oh, I'm an Israelite, guess what? Esau, if you want to be free, tax free, and make money and teach what you want to teach, there's going to be some restrictions. But hey, sign this paper right here. You can get tax free. You can teach what you want, but don't say that name. That's how you know the enemy don't like this name, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. They don't like when you bring up the actual name of the small hats because your page get flagged. Then you want to say it because you see other brothers saying it, but then this is a camp page. Brother, like, nah, don't do that. That's our camp page. But it's so frustrating. They go so hard that they want to keep it a secret, but they're telling on themselves. You know, you like fuck this place and fuck the nation of Esau, man. You know, everything is hard out here. You can't even teach thus saith the Lord because they're afraid of their kingdom falling. They're afraid of the next Israelite cleaving to this. That's why the Lord says in Sirach chapter 30, when a man teaches son, he grieveth the enemy. Well, y'all better start teaching y'all children because the more we're grieving the enemy spiritually because now this child not lost. It's not they don't got another lost nigga, you know? So he's sitting on the mount of the congregation. We can't breathe. That's why limitation tell you that what did it say? Hold on, let me open this back up. What did it say? Let me go to that limitations. It said our necks is under persecution. We ain't got no rest. This limitations chapter 5. Um Verse 5. It says, our neck are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. Right? And this is one black girl I was watching last night on the Hopeful Elect 3. She was really crying and put on the highway and said, look, all I do is work, sleep, work, sleep, work, sleep, work, sleep, work, sleep. She said, when I'm going to have time for me? I want to make music. It's not about the money. I just want to make music. And I can't do that, because you got to pay bills. And you got to know, as soon as they raise minimum wage, all the other prices go up. I try not to think about it because in order to make money, you got to spend money, and at the end of the day, this kingdom is going to fall. We can't be attacked because then you'll get too frustrated and you'll hop back into your old ways. You know, I'm not that pressed over money. I need to go hard for 6 figures. And then some people might say, you fooling your life. You ain't even going hard enough if you just want to stay with a full-time or a 9-to-5 job. You better go harder. You better go do this. I want to go get those things. But then when you think about it, those things you got to put time. You got to put full dedication. And when you think about the dedication we got to put in this, if the Lord called you to be a teacher and you're doing more for your business, for more for you to get 6 figures, more for you to touch 1 million, you're putting off to day-to-day work of the Lord. And that shit don't go like that, you know? Excuse my language, fuck that mentality. Anybody that's putting anything outside of the Lord but before the work they got to do for the Lord, man. The brother put Habakkuk 1:5, which is a good verse. He says, behold, ye among the heathen, and regard and wonder marvelously, for I will work a work in your day which ye will not believe, though it be told you, right? And the Lord is working a miracle right now, right? When you go into man, bro. See, you talking over there. Whoever that brother is, you talking. That brother over there talking. Hold on, man. Let me get something after you just brought that out. I'm gonna go to Isaiah 43 in the NLT. What's that last part? What's that last part he just said? He said, I will work a work in your days, which ye would not believe, though it be told you. So he's telling you, I'm gonna work, I'm gonna do a work, right? This is Isaiah chapter 43, verse 18. It says, but forget all that, It is nothing compared to what I am going to do. For I am about to do something new. See, I have already begun. Do you not see it? I will make a pathway through the wilderness. I will create rivers in the dry wasteland. The wild animals in the field will thank me, right? But I just really just went here just to show the Lord is already making the way right now. He's already making something new, and you might not see it, but you have to believe it, man. The Lord is already making that pathway, just like the Red Sea. Our path is already, the Lord already know when shit break loose, where you gonna go, how it's gonna go. The Lord already know your first meal. Just like what I was just sending out to everybody on Facebook and IG. The Lord hit Antiochus with an intestinal, or in his intestines, hit him with a sword. And when you think about it, the Lord is all the way in another realm. So that's like a 4D realm. And he looked through this man's flesh and hit him in his arteries. So the things that we go through from the littlest into the greatest, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai is seeing all things, you know? And it's the best thing. If you are seeing the things being revealed, the Lord is letting you see. A lot of us don't have good eyesight, but in the spirit, you really do. Because if you can see prophecies and somebody be like, nope, that's not it. You really have 20/20 vision in the spirit. Ooh, because I know some people that can't really see, man. And they can really understand the MOTB. Guess what? You really can see. You know? You really can see. The brother put St. John 17:15. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from evil. Right? And when you go to St. John chapter 10, those same ones that the Lord is going to keep them from evil is the same ones we're in the Lord's hand. You know? Call Allah Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know? You want to be in the Lord's hand when things get rough and when things get good. When Esau fall, you don't want to be falling with him. Just like the Twin Towers. You know? There's no way you getting out that mother sucker. You either waiting for the elevator, or you're going to be like some of them folks jumping out the window. You jumping out the window, what? What? Might as well just sit that chair, just sit and just let it fall. You know? But if you had the notion, just like how the small hats had a notion to say, hey, call off, don't come in this week. And they got, guess what? The Lord is giving us a call off right now. You got the answer right here. You better call off on that day. Prepare your day. Prepare, what is it? What is it? What is it? You should get order your ticket now. What they call it, layaway. Go get your flight ticket on layaway. Put it on layaway right now, or purchase it now ahead of time. You know, like when you can order a flight, you want to go out of town next month, you order it a month before, so it's out the way. Hey, right now the Lord is giving us the way to make sure you can make your call and election sure. Right here. Right here. What they say, I want my money, I want it now. I want my crown, I want it now. But while I'm saying that, guess what? The Lord got it for me right here. My crown is already here. We just have to constantly push forward, constantly exposing this place, exposing Israel for who they really is. We are that rebellious nation. You know, Esau is that profane nation. Back to Isaiah 14, which we're reading that they were on the congregation. Let's go to Ezekiel 28:2. So this is Ezekiel 28:2. It says, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith Yahweh power, because thy heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, I sit in the seat of the Most High, and in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man and not God, though thou sit thy heart as the heart of the Most High. Right? This was the pride of King Tyrus, you know. And it's a lot of kings that feel that they are a god because they can give rules and regulations. They can penalize people. Oh, I can tax you. These higher elites think that they a god, but one just died. Them niggas ain't shit with just a human vessel. You know, one of them elites, man, I seen one. He on his. I don't even know why he's still breathing. You know, but the Lord still got him taken. Y'all, us, Israel, we have to know these rulers are not gods. The Lord set up kings and removed kings. You know, but we're so simple-minded. We look at all these rulers like gods because of money. The Lord don't even what? The Lord, Yahweh Shai powers beyond that. Let that sink in your head, man. Right? The brother is on fire. That brother, man, I'm telling you, he must have ate something fire today. Luke 21, verse 34 in the NLT, it says, watch out. Don't let your hearts be dulled by carousing in drunkenness, by the worries of this life. Don't let that day catch you unaware. Woohoo! That was fire. Yo, hold on. Hold on. Let's read that one more time. Luke chapter 21, verse 34. Watch out. Don't let your heart be dulled by carousing the drunkenness and by the worries of this life. Don't let that day catch you unaware. That's why. Why would the Lord give it to you in 2 Timothy 3 and 10? He come like a thief in the night. You know, you don't want Yahweh Shai to come when you unaware. This is why he gave you the blueprint. I'm coming. So when you believe, you already know. You already know the motion. Oh man, that was a great precept, bro. That right there was a great one. That was a great one, man. Man, the Most High always got a comeback, came back with a comeback. Right? This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 4. No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. Right? You please the Lord by being aware. How do you be aware? By cleaving and hearing the prophecies, going where the prophecies are spoken, or the teachings of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, going where people are aware. It's another joint that I got on Facebook. I can't think of it in my mind. But you don't always have conversations with foolish people, but have conversations with sincere, intelligent people, you know, so that you can grow, that you can be sharper, so you can have an answer on what not to do or a better way to do this, you know. Dang, that was a good precept, King. It says, it's my money and I want it now, right? You know, it's our kingdom and I want it now. You know, what's the kingdom? First, if the kingdom is within you, you know, I want the kingdom and I want it now. Guess what that kingdom first is? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shema Shai. Then we got the physical kingdom, because 2 Esdras chapter 6, verse 55, what did the Lord say? He said he made the world for our sake. You know, our kingdom, our rulership is ruling this whole thing in righteousness. And the whole earth is going to be in rejoice. You know, nobody's going to be complaining again unfair treatment. But when you disobey the ways of the Lord and his saints, you're going to get the rod of correction. You know, man, that was a good precept, Malak. Now let's go to Matthew 11 and 23. This is Matthew chapter 11, verse 23. It says, and thou, Capernaum, which are exalted unto heaven, shall be brought down to hell. For if the mighty works which have been done in thee have been done in Sodom, it would have remained unto this day. Right? So if Sodom get touched, Sodom and Gomorrah would still stand today. But because of their wickedness, it had to get destroyed. And that's why when you go to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, you know, yeah. Let me get that real quick before I get the brother precept real quick. This is Wisdom of Solomon in the GNT chapter 5, and I'm going down to verse 23. It says, great windstorms will blow them away like straw. Lawlessness will be the ruin of the whole world. Evil actions will cause governments to fall, right? And this is why America is falling, because of their evil actions, their evil deeds, right? The brother said they be skin and bones 100 years looking through. Man, God. Well, like my sister Dream, Justin Bieber was looking dirty. Man, he wasn't even looking happy at all being in the kingdom. You know, all praises that the Most High gave my sister that vision though. Psalm 34:19, he said, "Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Yahweh Shem Shai delivereth him out of them all." Right? He's gonna deliver him out of them all. But let's, for the ones that don't understand, okay, then why the Lord let us go through all of this? You know, because we had to. In order to even get the taste of the kingdom, you gotta know what being a servant is. When we defile the Lord, man, when we get in the kingdom, we're gonna know so much on never doing it again. You know. But I wanted to show y'all that this is just a light affliction. You know, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17. It says, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment," Salaki, "which is for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory." Right? This is a light affliction. And the things that we can see is temporal, and the things that we don't see is everlasting. They are eternal. Huh? Man, one more day closer, one more step closer, you know, one more precept, one more lesson closer, you know. We just got a few more hours in this place. That's what you have to think, man. The Lord's time is way faster than this. You know, our time is slow because it takes a man that's in the flesh a longer time, you know, for us to get building it back in his faith. The Lord had to bring us down into this captivity, and then he woke up the men, you know, Abba Bibbins, and then eventually one West started, and da 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 da. And then brothers had to get deeper and go into prophecies, and then brothers didn't see eye to eye, separation. It's just the Lord is starting, the Lord is already building the tabernacles of David. And the elites don't like this. That's why he's about to fall. The elite don't like that the tabernacles of David is growing. You know, it's like they getting an alarm. Oh, David is the tabernacles of David is waking. So now Revelations 12:12, they're moving even faster. You know, that's why we're a problem. You know, the men of the Lord is turning society upside down with no hands, like a roller coaster, no hands. This is Daniel chapter 8, verse 10. It says, "And it waxed great, even to the host of heaven, and it cast down some of the host and of the stars to the ground and stamped upon them." Right? So some of the stars, which is Israel, are going to be broken down to the ground. Let alone when the MOT get pushed in this earth, a lot of people are going to fall into that temptation. But the Lord knows that the elect is patiently waiting for his return. This is why they're not taking the Karagma. They just know, if I take the MOTB, this place is still getting destroyed. So what's the point of taking it? That's very common sense. But somebody that wants to hold nearly onto Egypt, they want everything. If we have 1 week left in this place, Jake is going to get that MOTB just to be a millionaire for 1 week, knowing this shit is going to be gone and the kingdom is about to be everlasting, you know? And even if you're in a situation of getting six figures, the Lord said nothing can stop you or hold you or keep you away from the Lord's love. All you have to do is yield to Yahweh Shem Al Shai, and his love will find you. Just like wisdom in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7. Wisdom is an ongoing motion. It comes and goes. Nothing can stop you from growing or getting attached to Yahweh Shem Al Shai. But if the Lord is looking at your heart and he don't see him in you, because you got to abide in him. The Lord not dealing with you on that level. This is why this place is falling down to the ground. You know, Mark 3. This place is divided against itself. You know, it's if we could see in the spiritual eye, just like the movie Constantine, a lot of us would be terrified. A lot of y'all would take the Lord way more serious, you know. But this truth is about separating the weak from the strong. Look at the woman in Second Maccabees chapter 7. She had the woman mentality, but she lifted herself up with manly courage. You know, that's why she was able to withstand the pain of her children dying, because you got to think the husband that she had was probably teaching her, you got to be a reflection of me. So when that time came, she had to put that manly mentality, like, you know what? Let me not get in my emotional feelings. You know what? These is my sons. Hey, we doing this for the Lord. You know, we're made by a different cloth when it comes to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The brother be like-minded, Amos 5 and 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhorreth him that speaketh uprightly. Right? They hated Jeremiah, man. You know? Man, brother, come on, man. How you just gonna bring something like that right to the table that's smooth? Jeremiah, I think it's 32, 33. Hold on, let me see that one more time. He said they hate him that rebuketh in the gates. You might as well put Isaiah 30 and 10 on there. You know? This is Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 33. They have turned unto me the back and not the face. Though I taught them rising up early and teaching them, yet they have not hearkened to receive instruction. You know, we over here trying to tell you about the prophecies and what's to come, the salvation. The men of the Lord, they're teaching every lesson week by week. This one verse is letting you know every day where when the Lord was moving with Jeremiah, that he was always teaching at the gates. You know, what's the door? The door is Yahushai. Every time we teach it, we're teaching at the door of Yahushai. Until you receive it, that door is not opening. You know, but they don't want to receive it. You know, see it up. The brother put it up. Isaiah 30 and 10. Which say to the seers, which are visionaries, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, but speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. You know, people always want us to be smooth. Like my name Terrence, if you translate it, it means smooth. You know, but that's how the world wants us to be smooth talkers, smooth teachers. You know, oh brother, you know I'm doing this, but be smooth, be gentle. The Lord don't, man. See, that brother just brought up, man. Let's go to First Kings, the last chapter, just because the brother brought that out. Let's go to verse 14, because you remember King Ahab was like, yo, this dude Micaiah always speak evil to me. He never speak good. But let's see what Micaiah said in verse 14. You can go straight to the point. And Micaiah said, as Yahweh liveth, what Yahweh saith unto me, that will I speak. We're not here to speak smooth things or be gentle. We're going to be bold as lions. Yes, we're going to be an example. We're going to be gentle to the sheep, but we're going to be sure of what we're teaching, right? Because soon as the enemy or a spirit know that you reneging or you don't believe it, they got your ass, you know? And I had moments where brothers wasn't probably in order, your anger will come out of you, you know? But when you right with the Lord, like you got to think Yahushua always had a come back to the Pharisees and Sadducees when they was trying to tempt him or trip him up in his words. That's how we have to be in the spirit, man. You know? I want to read what the brother said earlier. He said, if we see brothers teaching and doing lessons, these devils see it also. Yeah. You got to know. Yo, they make these platforms, man. You know what? Just because that brother just said that, I got to show proof. I got to show proof. Hold on. I'm going to show you proof what the brother said. If we can see the videos, they can see the videos. I think it's two things I wanted to show y'all. Okay, is this the one? Okay. I'm going to show you three things. Three things I'm going to show you. I'm going to read, the last one I'm going to read Hitler's quote about us. And I'm going to show y'all the letter of what Hitler said about us. You know, that they don't want us. And Deshaun Jackson, I don't know how he got it, but he got it and he posted it. I'm gonna read all those, right? This right here, Because he said if we watching, I'm looking right here, and I'm gonna zoom up on it. I'm gonna zoom up so y'all can see. You can see YouTube right here, right? Now this is a chart where it says who controls Salaki, who controls your mind. Salaki family. Well, this what it is. It's who control your mind. The red tells you that that's the Jewish small hat Salaki. The blue is the LGBT 12 community, and the green is non no, the blue is non-white, and the green is the LGBT 12 Sesame Street community. The red is all the small hats that own all everything that you use on social media. So when I go to YouTube, it tells me that the CEO is a small hat, the founder is two men that are LGBT community, and one of the founders is a non-white. Um, the vice president of YouTube is a LGB 123, and the chairman of YouTube is a non Edomite. You know. Then let me go to this other one because I like showing proof. Social media. This is to show you too. Just like I'm just going off of what the brother said. If we can see it, they can see it too. This is the small hat community. They control all these things. That's why you can't. If you say certain things, they'll cut your video, right? And I'm gonna show this too. This right here, right at the bottom, it would tell you Deshaun Jackson posted this. This is a letter, Hitler, and the brother just said what he said. Let me read it. Hitler said because the white small hats knows that the Negroes are the real children of Israel. And to keep America secret, the small hats will blackmail America. They will extort America. Their plan for world domination won't work if the Negroes know who they are. The white citizens of America will be terrified to know that all this time they've been mistreating and discriminating and lynching the children of Israel, which is another form of a curse. It says they will fear the Most High will destroy them as he destroyed Egypt for doing the same thing. So the elite, the Illuminati, the secret society keeps this a secret at all costs. After I die, I will one day cause World War III just by this message, which will be like planting a seed in a people's minds until it sprout once they nourish that seed and seek more truth and learn Hitler was right. You know, Hitler said that. And guess what? Hitler is a relative of the Rothschild. He's a grandson of the Rothschilds, you know, and he didn't like the system that they was going to make. I don't know if I got that picture. I think, dang it. I'm sorry, y'all. I had the picture where it shows that Hitler was a grandson of the Rothschilds. I'm sorry that I deleted it off my phone. I had to have space. But if I ever get it again, I'll post it on the YouTube, right? And y'all can go look it up for yourself. Hitler was a grandson related to the Rothschild. You got to know. Isaiah 19:19. The Egyptians are against the Egyptians. So it's really Edomites against Edomites, right? So the brother had some precepts. Let me not do that. This is Jeremiah 17:16. As for me, I have not hastened from being a pastor to follow thee. Neither have I desired, neither have I desired the woeful day. Thou knowest that which came out of my lips was right before thee, right? And when you go to Ezekiel 33, it says, lo, it will come to pass. Oh, it will, you know. And we're not speaking of our own words. We're speaking of what Yahweh Shema Shai, like the Lord knows the end, you know. And we're prophesying what he's telling us, and this is why we have a chance to prepare ourselves. Anybody that's not taking the initiative now to prepare themselves, you are assed out. You are assed out with no butt cheeks. Excuse my language. This is Matthew 24, verse 14. It says, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come." Right? And of course, the word is going to be spread more fluently in so-called America, Babylon, right? Because this is the main prophecy of the elect coming out of this place. So the word has to be spread four corners of the United States, you know. But yes, the world as a wholesome and the world of America, this word has to be spread four corners, right? Because you got to think, what if the word was spread outside of America and not of America? You know, the word has to be spread four corners of America, to even establish that MOTB. That's why they about to it's about to be a famine of the word soon. Beautiful precepts, Malaks, Akims. Let's go to Ezekiel 28 and 14. Ezekiel 28, Ezekiel 28 and 14. It says, "Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth, and I have set thee also. Thou was upon the holy mountain of the Most High. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. Thou wast perfect in thy ways from the day that thou hast created till iniquity was found in thee." Right? Iniquity was found in Israel, but then this goes into the death of the king of Tyrus, right? And it's a lot of men that could be anointed for a position. Yahushua was anointed to, die for the children of Israel. Cyrus was anointed to to the to win the battle over Babylon, right? And to allow Israel, some of the Israelites, to go back to their homeland and to rebuild the temple, rebuild the walls, you know. But now let's go back. This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 14. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, and I will be like the Most High, right? And that just still go back to Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4. But I'm going to go to Isaiah 47 and verse 8. I'm going to start at verse 1, right? It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon." Why is Babylon a virgin? Is because this place haven't been touched. Hold on. This place haven't been touched. It's a virgin. It didn't have no war intercourse, right? This is Revelations chapter 11. I'm gonna actually read Revelation chapter 9, verse 12. "One woe is past, World War One, and behold, there came two woes more hereafter." Because when America got established, America went through wars, even though we had one for France, Britain, and the Spanish, right? But we had a World War One, and then a World War Two came, right? But let's read Revelation 11 and 14. "The second woe has passed," World War Two, and behold, the third woe come quickly. You know, and our forefathers, even though we are of our forefathers, this right here is that moment we've been waiting for. And true believers of the Lord is not waiting the last moment to come serve Yahweh Shema Shai. Instead of looking at the men that's crying out loud on the highways and byways and looking at them sideways like a damn dog, you should run to them. Jeremiah said, "We turn the back and not the face." Y'all should be turning y'all face to the men of the Lord. But people just say we fools, or they just, "Amen, brother, amen, brother." Y'all not really serious about the Lord. That's why Babylon has to sit on their ass. And anybody, if you niggas, you Israelites, that's why the Lord said in Romans 9 and 6, all Israel is not Israel. A lot of y'all is Babylonians. When Babylon fall, y'all Babylonians. If y'all love this place, you love Egypt, you are Egyptian. You know, if you love Esau, you a damn Edomite. You a heathen. Anybody that don't want to serve the Lord and want to do the things of a heathen, you are an heathen. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Yes, this is ancient, but we're in the present, we're in modern. So Babylon, this is the place of the confusion, you know. And if I don't know if y'all know of the history of the two Babylons, Rome builded its empire and established its place symbolically to Babylon, dealing with the paganism, with the religion and the force, the brute force. But Esau was already profane, and through the spirit, he already didn't like the Jews. You know, you got to understand what nation we dealing with. All nations not the same, but Esau, he studies all nations. That's why he did the same thing that Satan did. When you look in Job, he said, "Yo, where have you go?" He said, "I went to and fro, walking up and down the earth, basically seeing who he can devour." Esau did that in the flesh, literally. Go do your research. You know. Let me just read verse 8 real quick, Malak. Um, Drop it down to verse 8. I'll read verse 7. Babylon trusted in her own wisdom. It says, "And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the later end of it. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children." Hold on, Mr. Lucifer. Let's think about Isaiah the 19th chapter. What did the Lord say about your little punk self? Dropping down to verse 16, it says, "In that day shall Egypt be like unto a woman." Wait, hold on. Let's make it better for the brothers and sisters. Let's smack it. Let's smack Esau in the spirit real quick. You know, this Isaiah chapter 19, verse 16 in the NLT, New Living Translation. It says, "In that day the Egyptians will be as weak as women. They will cower in fear beneath the uprise fist of Yahweh Shema Shai of heaven's army." You know, they're gonna be weaker than a woman. And what did the Lord say? A woman is a weaker vessel. Damn. You know, and we talking about as a whole, the nation itself, this America itself is gonna be as weak as a woman. The ones that's ruling it, the elite, they're gonna be weak as a woman because where they gonna be at? They're gonna be hiding in the earth. The same way when you go to Joshua chapter 10, where Joshua said, "Bring those five kings out, so that I can make them be under your feet." The same thing in Baruch 4 and 25. Suffer patiently. We're going to see the fall of their destruction. Wait, actually, let's bring that out. I'm Salaki if I'm holding back precepts. Salaki. This Baruch chapter 4, verse 25. He said, my children suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. For thy enemy hath persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction. It shall tread upon his neck. You want to be part of the people that see his destruction, not the ones that's a part of the destruction. Because who's going to get touched first? The house of Jacob. The house of Israel going to get touched first before any nation. That's why Jacob's already getting hit with diseases, because the Lord sent that plague upon us. Single household, you know, that independent woman spirit. Let alone most of us brothers don't even want most of these women. We really just want y'all just for the sex, because that's all you worth. You know, no man wants a woman that's naggy all the time. A woman get too comfortable. You didn't hug her this day. Oh, you acting different. You didn't hug me. It's going to be times where a man might not kiss you. It's going to be times where a man don't touch you. This place got our women way different, out of way pocket. You know, you kiss a woman 5 days and then you just stop. She going to feel you got an attitude, something different. This place got our women changed. That's why in the Maccabees it says the beauty of women change. and the mentality of women. You know, what happened to the old days? Just a woman being, just seeing you in a house, just lighted up her day. You didn't even have to say. You could just say hi to her. She was more happy than a fat kid getting a cookie. Esau broke us down. Then men, we so mad. The only way we happy is if we got a blunt or we drinking out of a bottle. You know, even though there's nothing wrong with drinking. You know, this place has drained us where a man can't be a man. A woman is chaperoning a man like he a damn child. Who you with? Oh, you was with her. You shouldn't even be worried about what face or who or man entertaining. It's just this place has to fall, man. So we can really be who we want to be, man. As men, as children, as prophets and teachers of Yahweh Shema Shai's ministry. You know, Lord willing, we have peace and we can't even enjoy our children. Men are going to have children on children. You ain't going to have just one wife. Living eternal life, you're going to have so many wives. And guess what? Every last one of your wives is going to cherish that she's even yours. But here now, you get 5 minutes of your woman want to come. Girl, look, I'm telling you right now, the elect is everywhere. And it's men and women. The Lord is going to have the men of the Lord shining bright like a diamond. I'm going to play that song after this too. We getting in the time of the prophets and the wait, actually we is in the time of the apostles and the prophets. Salaki, Elder Tahar, and the other apostles and bishops out there, man. Salaki, right? This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High have avenged you on her. You know, even though the women and the children getting saved too, it's about the men. You know, the Lord is going to avenge us when He take down these people. He doing it for the apostles and the prophets. You know, and that's why we want to thank Yahweh Shem Al Shai that he gave us the free ticket. You know, this is the meal ticket. You know, this is the meal ticket. So the little piece we get in our house, men, is the greeting you get at home. Hey, shalom, husband, or shalom, dad. Hey, yo, you need anything? No, I'm good. I'm about to go take this. Okay, hey, if you do need nothing, I'm over here. Hey, that's a house where it can smell good. You not nagged. It don't matter what time your wife. Oh, you home, babe? Hey, you need anything? It's no arguments. Those little things that we got. That's a little taste of it. Then what's another taste? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The brotherhood. Having sisters you can count on. Your children knowing who their power is. That's the little piece we got. Outside of that, soon as you just be quiet, it's over. It's no more peace. The air you breathe in is no more peace, right? Because we not even really breathing real air. You want to eat, you want to have a bag of chips. You want some good, delicious chips. Guess what? The best chips is artificial. You know what I'm saying? It's a headache outside this truth. It's a headache away from this word. It's a headache. I'm about to go to work. It's a headache. But we know that we have to provide. We know we got to do this. We got to be patient until the Lord comes. Being patient is being occupied. Being patient is doubling faith. Being patient is still believing. Being patient is looking, watching. You see a little sparkle, you looking, wait, hold on, is that a plane or is that a star? You still watching. You might even take a picture, then that joint, instead of it going this way, it zoomed the other way up. That was a chariot. Right there, that was a faith booster. Some men and some women, you keep seeing 144, you see 44, you think up the elect. Some of us brothers, you see 144 at a time. You're thinking of the elect. And then if you see it, you might be that. That's what I think when I see it. I might. It gives you motivation of which you're chasing to. I'm not trying to be number one. I'm trying to be somebody in the Lord's kingdom, man. Psalms 84 and 10. I'd rather be a doorkeeper. Be at the door. Hey brother, hey, you made it. Hey brother, you made it. Man, I want to be somebody in the Lord's kingdom on this side. You know, I don't want to be reborn through another man's McNuggets and come out as a baby and get swaddled. No, I want to come in like great boldness. I want to be one of the men where the Lord said there's few men on the earth. And all the women is cleaving to righteous men, and your household and your children go, no, this is really the men of the Lord. Your wife is seeing what you're doing, but when hell break loose, your wife is gonna really know who the fuck she married, man. Because Esau is done. Mystery Edom, mystery Babylon, O Edom. You have been exposed today, and tomorrow you'll be exposed again. Tomorrow after that, you'll be exposed. Next month, you'll be exposed. When this eclipse come, you'll be exposed. When that MOT get exposed. When niggas stop calling themselves David, you're gonna get exposed. When niggas get destroyed for saying that they Yahushai, Esau, you're gonna get exposed. When women stop thinking about being independent, Esau, you're getting exposed. When brothers can't sell drugs no more, Esau, you're getting exposed. You're getting exposed. You know, Lord willing, this was edifying. You know, the brother put another one. He said, dang, that brother put some precepts. Hold on. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto thee shall fall by the sword. Right? If you join hand to Esau, you getting thrust through with the sword. Right? The Lord already told you. You've been warned. Right? You've been marked. Your brother Hope, Grace, Mercy 144, acting like a heathen, then you are a heathen, right? Playing upon baby tables. Proverbs 21:9, it is better to dwell in a corner of a housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. Yes, that's why Sirach 26:14 tell you a loving and silent woman. Women wasn't talkative towards their husband unless they said, "If it please you, my lord, can I say something? Hey, can we talk?" But most men, we talk like some women. The word is, but like when men get around their brothers, they talk more. But when they're around us, they don't. Because well, women, what is we talking about? What is we talking about? Most women don't even watch the same shows as men. What are we talking about? You know, Men don't got the same conversation as men do, and that's perfectly fine. That leaves that keeps you as a woman. But when we think about Second Maccabees chapter 7, that's when you put that man emotions. When you got to be courageous for your children, be courageous in your household. How you got to be a go-getter. Keep your mind focused. You know. What else he said? The brother said, had a chariot pass over us at the camp yesterday, man. See? Call up Yahweh Shema Shai Shema Kakwadash, man. Me and my brothers, we did Passover this Saturday, and it was a chariot while I was cooking the lamb, before the ceremony. They got to see a chariot. I couldn't, but I believe it's there. I had multiple times where I seen chariots. We got videos, and that is a huge faith booster. And his brothers I knew that believed in chariots too, but now they're saying that they don't believe chariots is real. So, for the ones that still sure about Yahweh Shema Shai, I'm just gonna say, pray for one another, man. Continue to pray. St. John chapter 3, verse 16. Continue to lay yourself down for your brothers and your sisters. Don't think that you just doing this for yourself. You seeking out your own salvation for yourself with trembling and fear, but you laying yourself down for your brothers and sisters. Every time you do a video, every time you read, every time you watch a video, every time you're talking to your brothers to sharpen a sword, every time you gently correct a brother because he quoted something wrong, or if a brother made a video and you might rebuke him, like it says, it's better to hear the rebuke of the wise than the songs of fools. This is what we need more of that. Until they can't get us on the corner. So like GMS master page, flood your YouTube, flood whatever you're doing, flood your YouTube with your ministry, man. Keep teaching this word, bring in some of that prophecies, because we got our family members. They might not get it now, but in that last minute, they're gonna think they're gonna come in, but then they're gonna actually admit, damn, you was right. But hey, it is what it is. All Israel gonna know. Second Ezra chapter 9, it tells you that a lot of them is gonna know it, death by pain. In order for them to know that this is the truth, they gotta have pain. I don't want that for, the elect men and women, so Lord willing, we are that number. Lord willing, until next time, Lord willing, this was edifying. If it wasn't, it's okay. I'm going to still do it again. We going to still bring it out days in and days out if the Lord is still in this temple. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom, Shalom, Yahweh speed. All praises to Yahweh Shem Shai. And if you need to ask the Lord to bless you, say Yahweh Shem Shai Brakia. Yahweh Shem Shai Brakia. Because in this time right now, we need that spiritual blessing with more faith, more motivation, more wisdom and knowledge, so that we can make better decisions and better choices, and that's basically it. So with that, Shalom.